Family, we live again with the general. We got to touch back down, of course. We got to give our commentary on this video on the Carmelo Anthony case because there's a lot of people out there spreading hate. A lot of people spreading hate. Man, Negroes done multiplied out there. What the hell? You almost been taking, man, they've been taking growth hormones. Yeah, everywhere. I've never seen that many Negroes in my life. Man, yeah, they've been breeding. They've been breeding Negroes out there, boy. Anyway, family, sad situation. You know, we know white America, they always gonna root against black people. That's just what it is. They always gonna root against black people. That's just what it is. But to see, and that, you know what, I'm not surprised. But back in the day, you might see, you had two or three Negroes, 3, 4 Negroes here and there, probably more than that, but it's at an all-time high. It's at an all-time high. And it's crazy how YouTube, I guess that's just the algorithm. Once I put in Carmelo Anthony, all you see is the ones that's against him. They give him the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? They give him the algorithm. That's right, family. What up, though? That's right. With that OG. Okay, what up, OG? Yeah, I see you, bro. That's right. Yeah. Uh. So it is what it is. It's crazy to me. The excuse people use. I was looking at this. I was looking at this one sister, and she was talking about if the shoe was on the other foot, black people would be enraged. It's always on the other foot. That was so dumb. A lot of people is saying that. If the shoe was on the other foot and Austin Metcalf stabbed Carmelo Anthony, then black people would be enraged. It's always on the other foot. What the fuck is you talking about? Tell me, goddamn. When you think about all the, the national cases and situations like that, it's always on the other foot. And so, they just don't want nobody to be black to be found not guilty. You know what I'm saying? It's like they trying to keep a perfect record. And when a black man, when a black man or a black woman, beat a case or anything, man, they make it hard. They saying fuck it, the police had to go to jail for George Floyd, and they saying, but once you get one, they gonna make sure that ain't gonna be no double ups. Ain't gonna be no double ups. Ain't gonna be no back to backs and all of that. No, they don't do that. They don't allow that. But see, the thing is, it's so cut and dry. See, this is what I don't like about coons. I just had to say that. Is that it's so cut and dry with them about Austin Metcalf. It was a kill. It was a murder. It ain't never that cut and dry with nobody else. It wasn't cut and dry with what's the young brother? Trayvon Martin. Wasn't cut and dry then. You know what I'm saying? That man was pushing up on him, and he put hands. And when you use hands, then they say, oh, you see, now that's another thing. Trayvon, you know what I'm saying, was defending himself. He put hands on Zimmerman. Then when he put hands on, You give a motherfucker the okay to shoot him. You see? Nah, I see that argument, man. I want y'all to walk with me with that argument. Walk with me with that argument. They saying that the stabbing of Austin Metcalf by Carmelo Anthony is overreach. That was a disproportionate, response to the push, which a lot of people say punch. You see what I'm saying? We seen arms going up in the air. You see what I'm saying? We seen arms going up in the air too. You see what I'm saying? And so, people saying that was disproportionate, that he should have threw hands. Well, Trayvon Martin threw hands, and they justified George Zimmerman shooting him. See, this shit, I mean, y'all some lying ass. America is a low down dog ass nation when it comes to the hypocrisy of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all some low down dogs when it comes to the hypocrisy and shit. People say use hands. Trayvon used hands. He used hands. And then y'all gave Zimmerman, the white boy, justification for shooting him. So you can't win out in this motherfucker. You just can't win. And so all these Negroes, and I would like to know when they ever roll for a black man or woman the way they ride, black child, black man or woman, the way they ride for Austin Metcalf. If America is so fair, unless, because I'm proving to you that you just like the Neanderthal, that you have criminalized the race. That's what you've done. And we're all guilty until proven guilty. That's what it is. Guilty until proven guilty. It's not been one murder of black people by the police, and we didn't have to fight like hell to make sure that our people got justice. Every fucking time. Wasn't no clear cut. So y'all, when y'all look at the shit that happened to black people, it's never clear cut with you. You know, your Oreo cookie niggas and your Neanderthals. But we don't expect nothing different from the Neanderthals. It's just these Oreos. You understand what I'm saying? That get up here and front until they got your ass in the headlock. Till they, you think they don't give a flying fuck about none of y'all no different than Carmelo Anthony, Trayvon Martin, or anybody else. But that proximity make y'all think y'all elite. Make y'all think y'all, you're premier. Yeah, you make yourself, and so, but I love crushing y'all. When y'all get up here and say the shit that y'all say, y'all actually caping like that. And I would love to go in y'all content and see one black person. You see that you felt didn't receive justice. That they saw it wrong, and you stood up and you put up 20 and 30 videos for a black man, woman, or child that did not receive justice. Because fair is fair. If it's even across the board, then you should be able to show me. Because injustice is injustice, right? America is colorblind, right? Okay, then. Well, you should be able to show me the balance in that. The thing is this, and this is another thing, because we gonna document, because y'all fake, and I'm gonna document this so that people know out there. Number one, white people have always, from the very beginning, controlled the criminal justice system. From the very beginning of America up until today, They have always been the power brokers in the criminal justice system. So every guilty sentence, every hanging, every lynching, every life sentence have been under the authority of white people. We have never had the authority to lock them up like they have locked us up. That's just number one. Okay? So in respects of the criminal justice system, we are not peers with white people, okay? Because they could do to us what we can't do to them. We have no authority to bring them to any court where we dominate and hand down sentences, you see, death sentences, any of that. So it's always been in one court. So we have to, as black people, voice our opinion as loud as we can, because if we don't, we not gonna get no fucking justice. And so what it is, y'all want to black boot stomp us down and to where we can't even have a fucking opinion about the shit that y'all doing to us. I actually went online and looked at the fact that the majority of people exonerated, I believe it was for murder, death row, I believe. It was black people. And I'm thinking like, and I mean, I be so fucking mad, because it be people that then damn near spent, wow, damn near all of their life in jail. And finally they are exonerated. Man, I be ready, man, oh my God, I be ready to kick ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck? And it be some of them same motherfuckers that you see in there that don't give a fuck, locking people up, life sentences. And they done spent, man, it hurt my heart, man. One guy, he went in there when he was like 20 years old. Man, he was in his 70s. I say, ain't this a bitch? DNA come back. It was somebody else. They let the man go. They gave him a couple of dollars, but damn, you can't get no fucking 40, 50 years back. This is treacherous. And do you know, I mean, this is the shit that we have to go through. And black people are the most exonerated of all. That mean y'all handing down faulty ass fucking sentences on people and giving them the death penalty. So what about the people that were never exonerated, that were, you know, falsely accused, where people threw fucking charges on them? You see, that's some bullshit, man. These are some wicked motherfuckers. There's no justice. You can't give me no money for 50 years of my fucking life. That's crazy. That shit just be shocking to me. You know what I'm saying? And so right there, it shows you the injustice. Nah, they get one white boy, that they feel they want to ride for so hard. And I got all these Negroes out here talking about black people. Yeah, look at what the fuck been going on. See, the thing is, and I say this shit over and over again, if a black man and woman come into a court system, the first fucking thing they gonna bring up is their criminal history. I wouldn't give a fuck if you committed a crime when you was 2 years old. They gonna bring that shit up. They gonna open up your file and they gonna say, God damn it, little nigga, you stole a bag of potato chips when you was 2 years old. This is when your criminal behavior began. They'll even go into your parents' criminal history to show that the shit is hereditary. You see? They'll go into your damn your mama's and daddy's criminal record if they, you understand, and say, oh, this is a hereditary criminal behavior passed down from the parents. But soon as you bring up the inhumane behavior, the bestial behavior, the brute behavior of the Neanderthal behavior of white America on black people, you know what the first thing you fake ass motherfuckers say? Oh, that's the past. Oh, that's the past. Why you bringing that up? This we's is good Neanderthals today. We we's is good Neanderthals today. We ain't wicked like our grandmammies and grandpappies. We good Neanderthals. See, this is the shit y'all do. Y'all so fake. Y'all is fake. You know what I'm saying? I don't even argue with Neanderthals nor the little flea, the nigga fleas that they got. Y'all fleas. You see what I'm saying? You know, cracker running around there scratching because you niggas is fleas and hanging around. You can't, you can't do without him. You see? And so that's why we have to voice our opinion in the streets. We have to voice our opinion because we don't have no power. And that's a problem. That's a problem. That's why we teach black power, that we got to, take over our communities. This shit is lame. This shit is lame that black peoples is still going through this shit. You understand what I'm saying? And I see it's some movement, but this shit got to get realer than that. You know what I'm saying? Because we should build up our own community so we don't have to leave our community. You feel me? We feel good about the black community because we got businesses, we got homes. See, when you got businesses, you got money flowing through the community, motherfuckers do different shit. If they can get access to money and there's careers, people gonna opt out for that. You see what I'm saying? They gonna opt out for that. That's just the reality. You see, you come up in a community like the Black Wall Street, if it's available, and people see a lot of black people's got skills, got businesses and shit, they gonna want to do that. You understand what I'm saying? If they grow up and niggas is selling dope and niggas is doing this and doing that, they gonna want to do that. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we have to invest in our own and beautify our own community. And when people see, people used to love, to have their block look better than the next block. Motherfucker be out there making sure their grass looking good and shit, cause we trying to, you want your block to look better than the next block. And it ain't no love, but that's the type of, atmosphere that you want where people's is taking care of their property and shit. I remember those times. You see? I remember those times. I remember the houses and everything, man. It wasn't, Detroit didn't look shit like it's, man, it's a whole nother world from, when I was coming up. When motherfuckers say a whole nother world, it's a whole nother world. That ain't the Detroit I grew up. That motherfucker transformed every 10 years. That motherfucker transformed into something until I didn't even recognize it. You see what I'm saying? Until I didn't even goddamn recognize it. But that's what I'm saying. We have to vocalize our opinions in the streets, on YouTube, in places, because we don't have no power. That's a problem. That's a problem. We got to quit, you know what I'm saying, becoming victims of the system and turn that victimization into power. Because that's the only thing that's going to change shit. I'm sick of us going and having these problems, with these Neanderthals. And we need to stay from up under them, period. They don't fuck with us. All that shit is fake. They think just like their grandmammies and grandpappies. You hear what I'm saying? I'm riding with my grandmama and granddaddy forever. You see what I'm saying? I would never trade on my grandmother and great grandmothers and grandfathers for nobody. So what do you think they think about? You look up on the wall and you can identify some of their great grandmammies and grandpappies in lynching videos. Photos. They be in the lynching photos, and then you come in their house and they say, "Oh, you my good nigga friend," and you look right up on the wall, and they tell you that we're not them same people, but you got the motherfucker up on your wall. That just like having. But the thing is, if some motherfucker put Adolf Hitler on the wall, they liable to charge they ass. You see what I'm saying? They'll say, look at them rates. See that shit? I'm talking about the double standard. At least the neo-Nazi real about his shit. The neo-Nazi real about his shit. He'll put Adolf Hitler on his wall and they'll say he's a racist, he a neo-Nazi, but y'all get to put y'all grandmammies and grandpappies up on the wall, even though they was out there in lynching videos and shit and all of that. But don't nobody say, oh, look at them racists and shit. If you don't think like white people are old, I want you to goddamn what is the word I was looking for? I'm moving so fucking fast. I want you to rebuke your own goddamn grandmamas and granddaddies for the shit that they rebuke them. Say, great grandmama, great granddaddy, you was a dog for doing them peoples like that. I disown you, great grandmama and granddaddy. You understand? They don't feel like that. That's how you know they fake. Disown them for what they did. If lynching and hanging innocent people is a vile thing to do, disown your great grandmammy, grandpappy right now. They won't do it. They won't do it. That means that the love that they have for their great grandmamas and great granddaddies is stronger than any humanity and Americanism and all of that. And that's why we have to ride hard for our own. I'm just gonna tell you, you understand? It's just certain shit. I'm rolling with the team. And I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I'm rolling with the team. Ain't no sense of even, you understand? I'm rolling with the team. Flat the fuck out. You know, all this shit that didn't happen to us, and then all of a sudden, we supposed to be crying for Austin Metcalf. But y'all ain't cried for none of our ancestors. And ain't had no reparations. And then Donald Trump trying to take the goddamn history of what happened to us out to museums. I mean, see that kind of power? Do you have the power to remove white history from the books? But they got the power to remove black history from the books. You not a peer. He was not judged by his peers. Sick of y'all, man. Sick of y'all weak motherfuckers. Y'all don't know shit. Y'all sit there dumb as fuck, and all you ABC motherfuckers, PhD, DIE, MA, and BA, and bullshit, and all the rest of the shit. You understand? That shit don't mean nothing. That just you a motherfucking you know, you got a motherfucking what they call it when they brand your ass. That ain't nothing but a brand, nigga. You been branded. Fuck out of here. You certified, nigga. That mean you got to go to the man. And when he wanna uncertify your ass, he'll do it. He'll do that too. You can be certified, uncertified. What the fuck? So he the power. Okay then. So how you his peer? Okay, that's what I'm figuring. Trying to figure that one out. But anyway, family, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all click that link down there, Patreon, support the general. Yeah. Don't come up this the street you don't come down. Yeah, that house, you know, that one movie, The Last House on the Left. Yeah, General Setty's YouTube page. The last house on the left, nigga. Don't come down that street. For real. All right. I'll see y'all in a minute. Black Pop.